Hi everyone, welcome to the Western Plains Cultural Centre in Dubbo, where we're recapping the Year of Toys. NetWaste and Sims Metal were proud to present the Year of Toys for our Waste to Art competition this year, and over 19 councils have taken part from across the NetWaste region, all the way from Lithgow to Broken Hill. Unfortunately, up to 50% of toys that are purchased are discarded to landfill within the first 12 months of their life. And this staggering statistic was the inspiration for our theme waste toys this year. Our entrants have explored what it means to make toys out of recycled materials instead of buying new toys. And they've also made amazing works of art out of old, broken and discarded toys. And this has resulted in an amazing show with over 140 artworks here in Dubbo. One of the fantastic things about the show this year was that the curators, Kent and Natasha, at the Western Plains Cultural Centre in Dubbo, along with educator Rebecca, were able to bring together these amazing 19 councils worth of work into this fantastically curated show at the Western Plains Cultural Centre, where we see the real talent and flair of our artists brought to life in a gallery setting. Our Theme Waste Award winner this year, Peter Taylor, for her artwork Make Your Own Fun, is just a great example of one of the Waste to Art works that uses a range of different materials that were potentially destined to end up in landfill and has given them a new life. But the great thing about this work is that it's such a fantastic work of art, you'd want to keep it for many, many years on display in your home. And the work itself allows you to come in and interact with these little pieces that we find in the work, and you can make your own toys from the little items that Peter has collected and put with this particular work of art. So I love the fact that this is interactive, it's really engaging, it's fun, but also it just has so many little intricate details and parts to it that allow you to explore and in effect make your own fun even within this artwork for the Year of Toys. This artwork talks about our throwaway culture, and the artist has made this machine that is effectively smashing up old toys, highlighting the fact that we do have a problem with the amount of toys that we buy and then discard. One of the things that happens for our artists as they engage in the process of making an artwork for Waste to Art is that they learn about the different wastes they're using to make their works of art. And one of the things that our entrants have found out this year is that toys contain batteries in all sorts of different forms: embedded batteries, lithium batteries, and traditional batteries. And to protect our waste workers, a final reminder from NetWaste for the Year of Toys is please never bin a battery. We want to make sure that our waste workers are safe, and to that end, look to B-Cycle or your local council to find out where you can drop hazardous batteries that are embedded throughout children's toys, unfortunately, so that you can dispose of them correctly. Check out how cool this is. It's made from materials that were collected at the Lithgow recovery shop. So everything in this work is made from materials that were salvaged literally as they're about to go to landfill. We could look at all 140 artworks in the Year of Toys, read the artist statements and find out some amazing and sometimes discouraging facts about just how much toy waste is out there. I think this particular work is a great example of an artist who's used a discarded board for the backdrop of their work, and everything in the work is a found material that was destined for landfill. Pallets are notoriously hard to recycle, and so it's great to see it reused in a work of art for the Year of Toys. One of the other things that the artist found out as they started to collect all of the ushies for this work is just how many of these small plastic toys are produced by big companies to entice kids and families to spend more money at big supermarkets and restaurant chains. But unfortunately, these toys, whilst they're cherished for a very short amount of time and loved by a kid when they see it initially, they do often end up in landfill. And so it's a good reminder that sometimes the different things and choices that we make can have a big impact on the things that end up going into our landfills. One of the things to remember with Waste to Art is that with 19 councils taking part across the NetWaste region, there are hundreds of amazing entries that didn't make it through to the regional showcase and final. And then even at the regional showcase and final, there are 140 works competing for the various prizes. And I think here we have a great example of an artwork that didn't take out a prize, but this particular artist should be very proud of the work that they made for the Year of Toys. They've made a fancy dress costume for a kid to wear out of newspaper and discarded materials that were collected at the Gilgandra Materials Recycling Facility and saved from going into landfill. It's a terrific example of how Waste to Art allows kids to engage in the practice of making a work and then learning about and thinking about how we can reduce the waste that we produce every day.